Hello, I'm Chris Fairbank.
And I'm Giovanni Solis.
April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and today we would like to talk about some specific safety tips and what to do if you are ever or have been sexually assaulted. Having said that, a few good safety tips to follow are never be alone with someone you do not know or cannot trust if you can help it. Keep your doors locked when at home alone. Keep the lights on and the curtains closed. Turn on your alarm system if you have one. Do not answer the door if you are not expecting company.
If you become a victim of sexual assault, do not hesitate to call the National Sexual Assault Hotline at 1-800-656-4673. Again, that's 1-800-656-4673. You will be connected to a trained staff member from a local sexual assault service provider. They will direct you to an appropriate local health facility that can care for survivors of sexual assault. Some service providers are able to send a trained advocate to accompany you.
A very important point to make to the victim who has been sexually assaulted to know is that what happened is not your fault. Something happened to you that you did not want to happen, and that's not okay.
Your safety is important. Have you called the police or the National Sexual Assault Hotline? Are you in a safe place? If you're not feeling safe, consider reaching out to someone you trust for support. You don't have to go through this alone. Do not hesitate to call 911.
Giovanni, let's discuss some things to do if you are a victim of sexual assault and whether or not you decide to report the crime to the police. First, do not take a shower. And second, do not wash your clothes. The investigators and the police will have a better chance of identifying your attacker and successfully prosecuting them if they have DNA evidence.
As the victim, do you know the attacker? Do you have any details about the appearance of the attacker? Any information about the attackers helps. For instance, did the victim see any scars, marks, tattoos, or anything else that may have stood out?
It would also be helpful as the victim if you could provide approximately what time the assault happened. This way the police have a time frame to work with and start the investigation. The next thing would be to identify where it happened. The police will better be able to collect evidence and take photographs of the area where the assault took place. This will help with the investigative process.
Another thing that helps with the investigation is the sequence of events that happened before the assault, such as, were you at a party or a get-together? Did you notice if there were any people that were paying close attention to you and your friends, or your conversation? This again will help with the investigative process.
Any conversations that could be relevant. For instance, if you were out at a party and mentioned that you were going to be home alone for any amount of time.
Another good point to mention is how you tried to resist the assault. Were you able to hit, punch, kick, scratch, or bite? This is a big factor because the police will then be aware of any injuries that the attacker may have received.
As a quick recap, if you are a victim of sexual assault, please do not hesitate to get help. And remember, as a victim, what happened to you is not your fault. Giovanni, will you please give us those numbers one more time?
Sure. The National Sexual Assault Hotline number is 1-800-656-4673.
Thank you. And as always, folks, remember, safety is truly everyone's responsibility. So if you see something,
say something.